Hey everyone, welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the jerk rival in my game, Creacol, which is a creature collecting RPG. So, just who is this jerk rival? He is the older brother of the main protagonist that I talked about in the last video, and he's a little more cocky, a little more rough around the edges than the main protagonist, and he knows he has the skills to back it up as well. So, it is not just false confidence, it is backed up by facts and evidence and results. As you see in his design, I try to make him similar to his brother, but not an exact one-to-one, as he is supposed to be the older brother, not a twin. So as you see, they both have red hair, but their hairs are different colors, as before the jerk rival, he has spiky red hair. Meanwhile, his brother had maroon hair. This is a familial trait, and everyone in the family has some sort of red hair, whether it be bright red, dark red, or somewhere in between. Along with that, he also has a cool accessory of his own in a cape. Along with that, he is hitting, honestly, a really cool stance. I workshopped that for like a few hours, and I thought it actually came out pretty dang solid. Now, going into the protagonist's brother's team, I filled it out with a bunch of cool or more aggressive Creacol that I thought would fit a person that really wants to win, but also still wants to be very cool. On his team, it'd be Creacol like Ferocian, Vexum, Gold Titan possibly, and then 3 other Creacol that I have not actually shown off on the channel, as well. I've drawn 169 of them. A lot of them are a secret, but they all keep that kind of powerful, confident, very competitive nature with them, similar to the first 3 I showed off. I will say one additional feature that I thought was interesting is that I did not actually give the protagonist's brother glasses. This is also a really good way to differentiate them, as, while the main protagonist does have glasses, the jerk rival does not. And I thought that was a really interesting way to make them still connected via the hair and accessory and things like that, but make them unique from each other as well, as that is a large thing for brothers. Even, for example, Dante and Virgil. Dante has hair that is down, a red coat, and a more relaxed and fun-having demeanor. Meanwhile, Virgil has spiked hair, a blue coat, and a very cold and professional demeanor. You can even see the differences in the way they talk as well. Dante using a lot of shortened words or phrases like yo or gonna, things like that. Meanwhile, Virgil talks very professionally and is very well spoken. I will say, when it came to inspirations, I took a lot of inspirations for how to make a good rival, especially a jerk at that. So, for the first of many inspirations, I took inspiration from Prince Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. In my opinion, one of the most recognizable rivals, and a pretty dang good jerk rival at that. Vegeta's initially very cocky when he comes down to planet Earth, and then gets more and more humble and relaxed as the series goes on. But I'm specifically channeling that Cell Saga, Frieza Saga, Vegeta, who very much is still, is he a bad guy? Is he a good guy? You know, still antagonistic, but not a horrible person. Along with that, I took inspiration from Goku as well from Dragon Ball, though a little less so, but still keeping that competitiveness and that battle readiness that Goku shows is also a big inspiration for the jerk rival, as he's ready to slug anytime. Also, that rivalry with Vegeta is a great example of what I kind of want to have going into my game. Along with that, I took a lot of inspiration from Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho, as he is the main character, but he's also very confident in his skills and very much tells it how it is, and kind of just is himself the entire show. And he changes, but he still stays true to himself. Along with that, I also took inspiration from another Yu Yu Hakusho character in Hiei, who's a bit more cold, but still very much loves to battle, and also just has a bit of that sass that I would definitely want to add in, as I want some bantering between the main protagonist and the jerk rival, as they are brothers, and brothers bicker and fight and make fun of each other all the time. Along with that, I took inspiration from one of my favorite characters in gaming, and that is Beat from The World Ends With You. Specifically his brashness, his stubbornness, his hot-headedness, that kind of, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna punch the thing, and I don't care what happens. That kind of attitude was a big inspiration for me, as he also starts out as a bit of a rival in the game. but I'd argue one of the truest rivals in The World Ends With You is Sho Minamoto. I mostly just want to channel Sho's hunger for power and his ability to keep the protagonist constantly on their toes and be like, where is he going to come from next? What is he planning? I also took inspiration from M. Bison, as while he is a bit too much of a villain for my tastes, I really wanted to add that search for power, that hunger for power that Bison always has, along with a little bit of the humor that he adds to the story. I also took inspiration from Falco Lombardi from Star Fox. I haven't really played the games, but I know how Falco is. He's very cocky, very confident, and it was a rival to Fox, but still is able to work with him. And I really wanted to have that. The jerk rival is not a villain, but he is your antagonist. I also took inspiration from a very good example in Bass from Mega Man, because Bass is almost exactly what I just said to a T, though he's a bit more of a villain than I'd personally want. But still, sometimes he does end up working with Mega Man, and I really wanted to show that off in the game at some point. Eventually, he just defects from Wily and decides to be his own guy, while still keeping his confidence and being true to himself. Along with that, I took inspiration from Quickman. Once again, a very confident character. I also probably got a bit of the reds that I used for the jerk rival from Quickman, as I always did really like his design. Actually, I thought it was really slick. Along with that, I also took inspiration from Blastman, as he is quite explosive in personality, and once again, a bit confident, I would say, as well. And also, some of the shape language as well, with the spikes on his head, once again, that's spiky hair. And a very key inspiration for me for the jerk rival was Blue from Pokemon. Essentially, jerk rival, you think of Blue, and Blue is a large inspiration for me. Once again, spiky hair, that very much that confidence. Smell you later, I might throw in as even just a bit, but I think it'd be hilarious to throw in, and also Blue is a massive inspiration on the jerk rival. Along with that, Nero from Devil May Cry. Though he's a protagonist, he still fulfills that role of being confident and very much wants to achieve his goals as well, which is something I do want to add to the jerk rival as well. As in DMC4, he wants to save Kyrie really bad. In DMC5, he wants to break up the fight between Dante and Virgil. Speaking of Dante, he is my final inspiration, as I got the kind of humor that Dante throws out at bosses and enemies alike is something I very much want to have in the personality for the jerk rival, as he'd probably just make fun of his opponents because he knows he's that guy once again, and he knows that he's quite strong in all honesty. And Dante treats most of his opponents that way as well, as he makes fun of characters like Cerberus, and only really tries when it's against the guys like Virgil or Moonness, as they are actually strong threats that can really oppose him, as they're finally on his level. You may be surprised I didn't have Virgil on this list, as I really like him and he's an amazing rival, but I didn't want to, as to me Virgil's a bit too cold for the kind of character I'm trying to make here, though he is an amazing rival. That's why I took inspiration from Nero and Dante, as I think they're more passionate at their cores, and that's very much what I want the jerk rival to be. He's passionate, but he's still very much cocky, and he's very confident in his abilities, and he has the strength to back it up, which makes him even more agonizing to fight, and ooh, so irritating. At the end of the day, he's the protagonist's brother, and you gotta live with it. Anyways, once again, healthy competition and creativity are two very large parts of Creacol, as I really want to show off a healthy competition, as I don't think it gets talked about enough. Along with that, great rivalries making you stronger is also a big part of it, so having an older brother trying to push a younger brother to make him even stronger is, I think, a really good way to prove my point for Creacol, as it is such a close connection. And also, I just enjoy running sibling rivalries, because, man, they're fun! Anyways, I'm not sure for next video what I want to do. I'm tossing around a few ideas. I may just show off the nice rival, or the kinder rival, at least compared to the jerk rival. I also might talk about game randomizers, or even like CPUs battling against each other, as those are all three topics I really want to discuss. Along with that, I kind of want to also talk about game trailers at some point, as I'm starting to realize that those are really important things for promoting your game, and I really would love to discuss it more. So there's a bunch of ideas I have for the next video, but yeah, that'll be about it for this one. I've been Fire. See ya!